Hello everybody, my name is Jeff Dane. I'll be giving a presentation on ethanol power, which was derived from Technology Education 331, where we employed alternative energies to be run in a small Camaro that we are designing. The history about ethanol. Ethanol was been used by humans since prehistory as an intoxifying ingredient in alcoholic beverages. Dried residues on 9,000-year-old pottery found in China implies that alcoholic beverages were used even among Neolithic people. Ethanol was formerly found in 1928 by Michael Faraday. Ethanol was used as lamp fuel in the United States as early as 1840. A tax levy on industrial alcohol during the Civil War made this use uneconomical. More history about ethanol. Ford's Model T automobile could be adapted to run off of ethanol. The advent of Prohibition in 1920, sellers of ethanol fuel were accused of being allied with moonshiners. Alcohol fuel again fell into disuse until late 20th century. The gasoline engine became a preferred engine for the automobile because gasoline was cheaper than alcohol, not because it was a better fuel, because alcohol was not available at any price from 1920 to 1933, a period during which the sale and manufacturing and transportation of alcohol was banned nationally as mandated in the 18th Amendment to the United States Constitution. So what is ethanol? Ethanol is a high-octane, clean-burning, American-made renewable fuel. Its production and use offers a myriad of benefits to the United States and its citizens. Ethanol is classified as a primary alcohol, meaning that the carbon to which its hydroxyl group is attached to has at least two hydrogen atoms. In the link below, if we were to take a look at that, but limited at the time, we would go through a demonstration on what ethanol is and how it's made in the United States for gas to be run in a internal combustion engine today. Where do we see ethanol and how do we use it today? Well, ethanol is most commonly related to E10, a blend of 10% ethanol and 90% gasoline for use in all automobiles today, which you probably already pump in your car. Ethanol is also available as an E85 or 85% ethanol blended into gasoline to be used in flex fuel vehicles. And the largest national use of ethanol is in Brazil. 90% of the cars run in Brazil run off of ethanol. We also see it in fun things. In an Indy Series race car, it runs off of 100% ethanol without compromising performance or safety, and so can a personal automobile or truck with some simple and major modifications. China today has operated a jet airplane which runs off of ethanol. Ethanol in China is made from rice. If we were to take a look at the link there from YouTube, we would also find an interesting clip about an Indy car race that is being driven today on ethanol that is derived from pine needles. Is it worth it? In comparison, what are we looking at? A typical gasoline engine can only deliver about 25% efficiency, meaning that only 25% of the BTUs in a gallon of gas are converted into mechanical energy that turns the wheels of the car, and the other 75% is lost in wasted heat. An alcohol engine can deliver about 40% efficiency, meaning that 40% of the BTUs in a gallon of ethanol powering an alcohol engine will produce mechanical energy that turns the wheels of that car. Studies of alcohol in an internal combustion engine began in the United States with the Edison Electric Testing Laboratory at Columbia University in 1906. Eli Thompson has reported that despite a smaller heat or BTU value, a gallon of alcohol will develop substantially the same power in an internal combustion engine as a gallon of gasoline. Free money. How are we going to pay for it? As a consumer, the volumetric ethanol excise tax, also known as the VETC, is a federal tax credit that went into effect in January of 2005. This is a credit of 51 cents for every gallon of pure ethanol blend into gasoline. E85 will have a credit available for 44 cents a gallon. This credit is identical for both E10 and E85, as are the forms to file for it. So what's that mean? If you bought 1,000 gallons of E85 gas over a year, retain the receipts, you could receive a $433.50 tax credit on your income taxes. The ethanol funny Camaro, the car that we want to run and drive, that we are building. As you can see, ethanol is a viable candidate for a power supply to run our car. It produces enough power, it's safe, burns clean, and is a renewable resource. With conjunction of another power source, we can hot rod our Camaro that we are trying to build. In this part of the presentation, we took students down to the lab and actually ran a small internal combustion engine off of ethanol. We had to make some slight modifications, and this is just a list of the things that we did do to the engine. The first step that we took was to remove the actual jet from the engine, from the carburetor, because we did know that ethanol was going to require a lot more fuel to make it run. We ran it that way and found that it ran a little too rich, and it was getting too much fuel. We decided then to put the jet back into the carburetor, then run the engine that way as a comparison. At that time, we only found that the engine ran at idle, meaning that it was too lean and not getting enough gas. We then took the jet out, bored it twice the size of the original jet, replaced that in the engine, and was able to run at a more peak proficiency. There is a lot more fine tuning that could have been done to this engine to gain more efficiency, to gain more mechanical advantage. As you can see, like an Indy car that would run at 650 horse probably does have a lot of fine tuning done to it to run at that performance level. These are just some of the references of which we took our information from.